welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something that I've been asked about a lot, which is, what is this weird thing that pops up in some of my videos? And this is the FASTer HUD, and I'm going to show you how to set one up here. So when you buy it, this is what you are getting. This is the clothing one. They also have one for equine. It doesn't matter which one you use, it is just the pictures. So the first one I bought was the equine one, and I think I sent that one as a gift to somebody. So they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different types of HUDs. Now these are all technically the same. As you can see, this one has 16 on the first page, and then it has another, so you can go all the way up to 32 attachments on this one. This layout is this way, this layout is that way, and then we've got, you know, there's all of them are different ways. This one is, if you don't want 16, you can just go by 8, and I still think it goes all the way up to 32, so you'll have room for 32 HUDs or items in these HUDs. And when they are in the HUDs like this, you can actually nestle more of these HUDs into them, like I have in some of mine. I'm going to show you, we're going to use one of the 16 ones, because that is what I have on mine. I like the 2 rows. It works the same regardless of which one you are going to use. But to set this all up, we've got to start somewhere, and that is in your RLV folder. And you need to make a folder in there called .fast. Now, after that, you can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it HUDs. And that is the name of the folder. And so you need to open the config that is in the actual HUD that you're wanting to use, and the base is FAST HUDs. Now you do need to put this dot here. There has to be a period there, and then FAST, that has to be there, and then you can name this whatever you want. Now, as you can see, the folders, it's already listed out all of the folders all the way up to 32. You don't have to have it all the way up to 32 if you don't want to. But I'm going to save this document. I'm going to close it. That is the config for this, fully figured out. Closing. Now, in the FASTer HUD, this is empty. Every single one of these folders, as you saw in the config, they have it set up, all of the folders. They have to be named this, and they have to be in the HUDs section. So FO2, FO3. Now I'm going to do 5 folders. FO4 and FO5. Obviously, if you have 16 items to add, you'd add 16 folders. If you have 32, or you want the options to have 32, you can put 32 folders in here. You just have to number them F number. You cannot have more than 32 per HUD. you know what? We're going to make 6. Because I'll show you how to nestle them as well. So that is it. Now, before I am linking it with a bunch of HUDs in here, I'm going to copy this, because if I'm going to make a nestled one, I'm going to want to use the same folders. And I'm not going to lie, I am lazy. I don't like doing, I don't like adding folders and folders and folders. So before they're filled, if you copy them, you can either have like a base if you do it very often and you'd like to be able to just copy and paste it in. But what we do have to do is change this. So this one, I'm going to just see, I am so good at typing. So this will then have the next set of items in there. And so that is pretty much the quick way of doing the setup. I'm going to take this HUD, going to copy it just for the sake of my mentality, and I'm going to drop it in the HUDs one. This doesn't matter where it is. I like to keep it in the RLV folder because it does call on RLV to function. I'm going to put it back on again, and I'm going to check that it didn't actually change the... Right, setting up. I'm going to check that it did not change the config, which it did not. And so we're going to start with number 1. Now, this is fairly simple. I'm going to open a different window, and I have unpacked a couple of items I want to place in these. So we're going to start with the body. I don't need any of this stuff, so we're going to do this. Now, I do have unpackers ready to go, so if you do not just delete all the stuff I just deleted. It is just to make it less on my eyes. I want the HUD. Now I can either Control C to copy it and pop it in there, or you could straight up just drag and drop, which is what I'm going to do now, which is there. So it takes it away. So you want to, if you don't want to move the original, just copy it over to this one. If you don't mind moving the original, then do it the other way. And then here I've got the nipples HUD for the HD nipples. I'm going to drag that into number 2. And then I thought, well, why not show you with actual items as well? So where is the mod? There's the mod. And then this one does come with left and right. So we're going to do a left on 4, right on 5. And then that is pretty much it. Now, if I hit number 1, it should bring up my reborn HUD. Are we ready? Here we go. And give it a second. Hope it works. There it is. Ta-da. And there is the, sorry, it's very big. There's the reborn HUD, and now I don't want it on anymore. I'll just hit the 1 again, and it comes back off again. Now, if I wanted to put on the maze thighs, because my shoes needs them, click and they're on. Click and they're off. Click and they're on. And click and they're off. So that is super quick, super simple to lay out. And then we're going to go to number 6, and I'm going to put another one of these. I'm gonna Control C. I'm going to Control V into there, and then I'm going to remember this is what we named the folder. So I gotta put this on, real quick. It is in the same area, so you can move these around all that you want. It is not a problem. Now I'm going to edit this one that is in the number 6 folder. And I'm going to change HUDs here to nestled. And then save. And now we'll take this one off and do the number 6. And so now if I go and I want to use another FASTer HUD but different items in it, I hit 6 and it comes up. Now you do need to wait for this to it's loading, so if you do not have it on all the time, give it a second to load and it should load fairly easy for you. Right, now we do need to do one more step here. Why did it? Right, there we go. And come off. And so yeah, remembering what you put in all of these can be a little bit tricky. And so we need to make one more fast folder, and this one needs to be called, where is it? FASTer HUD Graphics Manager. Now they do send with you the, is it this one? They do send you with a the controls and function reference, so you can have you get more information than what I give you. So what we're wanting to do now is the graphics manager, and so we need to make a folder just called Fast Graphic HUD. Copy that. I'm going to make a new folder, and it has to be period Fast Graphic HUD. And now you drag and drop the graphics manager, or copy and paste if you prefer. And then in this one, you can either, so if you click and hold on the word fast and then let go, and you've held it for a couple of seconds, it brings up, like I said, mine is equine. It brings up all of the stuff. And so you can click on number 1, and I don't really have a body I don't really have a body icon at this time. We're going to use this one. And now it changes it to that, and once we're done, you hit exit and it should be finished. And now that's my body HUD. It can obviously get a bit confusing if you say have several body HUDs, or if you have several heads, or you know, whatever you're adding. And so having a picture for it, it does help most of the time. You can also change the number panel. So if you want the dark numbers, if you want light numbers, I don't think I have a number 4 in here right now, because we are going to add our own number 4 into the mix here. So what I'm going to do is, in the folder that the FASTer HUD came in, there's a 8x8 panel. I've already saved this to my computer, and it is open in my Photoshop. So what you can do, if you say I want to use the Reborn logo for my FASTer HUD, you can just quickly take a screenshot. Now if you are on Windows, it's Windows key Shift and S. I use ShareX. I use Sherrick, so I get this little neat window pop up. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to Control V, and there is my Reborn logo. And I'm going to make it fit over this carrot because I don't need carrots. I need body. And that is how I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to export PNG, and I've saved one as icon. I'm saving over it. You will name it whatever you would like. Doesn't matter here what you name it. And then we're going to upload the icon one we made. Now I will move mine down here. And in order for it to be read correctly, as you can see in this one, 8x8, 8x4, 8x4, this one is save of the 8x8. So we're going to rename this. You could have named it this when you save it. However, I don't like using symbols when I save to my PC. So now at the end, we'll add equals 8x8. So it's an 8x8 icon. Drag and drop it into here. Do not need to res anything. It lets you pop it straight in. And then we're going to close my window so I can see what I'm doing. And then number 4 is not what I saved. And there it is what I saved. So now we're going number 1. And now it's the Reborn logo. And I hit exit. And that is it. And now you'll be able to find what it is. You can put words on there. You can change it whichever way you want. If you want to HD nipples. Nippu. It does not want to write properly here. We're going to do that. We're going to make it a little bit smaller. We're on 50. We'll go 36. We're gonna go 30. Did I not put an S on there? I did not. Well, gotta see how clever I am. Right. So I can do that. And then obviously I wouldn't want the background to have the horse. So if I paint, I can come on here and I can hit the wrong button. I can come on here and I can change the picture. That's not a good way of doing it. But yeah, you can change. I keep doing the silly stuff. Here we go. We'll get a new layer. That's a bit better. All right. And I'm just doing it silly. You don't have to be perfect. Like nobody's perfect. Nobody's nerfect. Right. So we're gonna save this one. But yeah, the person looking at it is you. So if you are okay with, you know, not now, if you if you pay for your uploads, try and do all of them at once rather than what I just did. I don't pay, so for me it's easy to just up and down, up and down. Right, I'm going to delete the icon 8x8, and I'm also going to delete this icon because I think that was the one that I was playing with earlier. There is now a new icon there. We're going to... Did I just drop it in the wrong thing? Yes, I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. Right, we're going to drop the icon in here. We're going to take this one away. We're going to take the one away. Right. I am with it, I promise. Number 2 now has the HD nipples. I select number 2. I select the picture and exit. And now the HD nipple HUD is here. So, you know, it's fairly simple. Any image software editing like GIMP and whatnot will work to do this. You just have to replace the picture. If you want to do it like super perfect, by all means. I have on my actual one, it has a bit more detail to it and whatnot. But if you're not great at photo editing and that stuff, it really doesn't have to be perfect. And that is pretty much it. It does have more functions, like if you click the corners, they will change color and they'll have different meanings for the colors. I don't tend to use that very much. It has like hover height sets and all that stuff, so do read through the controls and functions. I don't tend to use any of this stuff. Cutting in real quick with a quick little ad here. If you don't want it to drop off every time you change your outfits and stuff like that, you can lock the HUD by clicking the lock button there. I believe this is a post stand, and this is how you can take stuff off if you weren't wearing the stuff. But yes, the lock here I find very, very useful because I don't tend to take the base HUD off. If there's anything that is unclear, by all means do let me know. I'll be happy to explain as much as I can, and I will be leaving a link to the one that I shared just a minute ago, the picture, and hopefully it was easy enough to understand, and I hope you have a good one. Goodbye. So locking it is pretty